Okay, greetings. We're going to try to do a question and answer. I've had a lot of questions backing up about, my transition to simple living and the bus life and then the travel trailer life. The heat just came on, so I hope that doesn't bother everybody. But I think we're okay. Microphone's here. Listen, let me put the microphone on. Hold on a second. That should do it. All right. So I'm going to ask or answer whatever questions have been asked. I won't make this too long, but I've never tried a question and answer, so we'll do it now. First question is kind of all encompassing. Do I plan on doing any more traveling now that the bus is no longer my home on wheels? And the answer is yes. In fact, Bev and I were just talking about it this morning, that we're going to take a road trip up the coast of Washington from Fort Disappointment up to Neah Bay, which is the northwestern tip of Washington, and then head east to Port Townsend, which is one of my favorite cities in Washington, and then we'll come down the Hood Canal back to Olympia. That'll be, 3 or 4 days. Good, a nice route during the summer, horrible route during the winter, but yeah, we're going to do that. And then I'm still planning on going to Iowa. Right now I'm planning on going like the last 2 weeks of September and the first week of October, something like that, where the weather won't be too hot, the weather won't be too cold, hopefully, fall colors, and a lot less traffic. So that'll just be me and Maggie. And people have asked before why. Iowa is where my adopted parents were from, which were the only parents I've known, but that was where they were from. And I went back there with them to meet my grandparents. One of 2 times I met them, when I was 7, I think, or 6. And so, why? It's the only family history I have, and I just want to see where they grew up. And I actually like the Midwest. I love cornfields and wheat fields and all of that. So that's the reason. And we're going to take our time. I'm not going to do interstate. I'll take I-90 until I get probably through the Rockies. Then I'm going to dip down south and take I-80. I think. I haven't really. I don't know. I'm not taking I-90 again, because I've taken I-90 across the country more times than I can count. So I want to see something different. So that's the goal. Let's see. How do I like not owning a home? I absolutely love it. Absolutely love not owning a home. I have no pressure. I have no worries about expenses. I have no worries about meeting the mortgage in these tough economic times. I don't feel like I have to go out and do yard work or the next project and the next project and the next project. I have selling the home released me of an awful lot of stress I didn't realize I was under. And it has freed me to live life the way I really have always wanted to live it. I don't want responsibilities. Don't want them. I've had them for far too many years. I really don't want to take on any responsibility, fiscal or otherwise. I don't want to be responsible for other people. I don't want to be responsible for friendships lasting or not lasting. I'm just taking every day and living life to the best. That's it, guys. How do I like not phone call? Can't do that. How do I like not owning a home? I absolutely love not owning a home. So there you go. Let's see. Do I worry about finances without the security of the house? No, and I think it's a. I think that's a. I think it's a farce. People have been. People have been fed a line for far too long. Uh, this idea that you have to own a home to have financial security is ridiculous. Cut your expenses down to the point where you don't need that much money and you don't need financial security. You don't need the equity that a home gives you. You don't. We've been thinking about this all wrong for, about 50 years now. So, do I worry? No, I don't worry at all. I have enough money just in a small Teamsters pension and in my Social Security. I'll be fine. I'm fine. Right now I don't pay mortgage. If I had to pay mortgage, or if I had to pay to park this somewhere, I can still find a place for $650, $700 a month, and I'll breeze doing that. So, no, I love this life. Not everybody would. I love it. I gotta bend over and read. My eyes. How's Maggie adjusting? Maggie is the best traveling dog you're ever gonna want to meet. Maggie has loved traveling since she was, we took her on our first road trip down to Ashland, Oregon when she was 5 months old, I believe. And she vomited once on the drive down there. And she's been a road warrior ever since. She absolutely loves riding the car. She beats me to the car. She loves hopping in the back seat, and she just loves it. And long trips, God, when we went down on the PCT for that 6 months, she was just in heaven. She loves seeing new things, loves meeting new people. Maggie's the best, absolute best road companion, driving companion you could ask for. I already told you about Bev and I taking new adventures. Do I worry about the future at my age? Pardon for the blunt question. No, not at all. I was talking to Bev the other day. The one thing that would really, and it's not going to happen, but the big concern I would have would be dying alone. I would like to die around with loved ones around. So the only way that wouldn't happen is if I'm out on some 3-week drive to Iowa and I die in a car accident. Whatever. It's a flip of a coin for all of us. So if that's my biggest concern, I got it made. Because no, I don't. Old age doesn't scare me. Dying doesn't scare me. And some people are going to have a hard time understanding this. I don't understand why people are afraid of dying. I don't. I'm not being ridiculous when I say that. Either there is absolutely nothing after you die, or there's another existence of some sort. And both sound pretty damn good to me, and they're certainly not scary. So, no, I'm not, intellectually, I'm not worried about dying. I'm not afraid of it. Do I want to die painfully? Not really. But the idea of leaving this existence doesn't bother me. Pain bothers me, but not dying. No. You know what? I love, there are physical adjustments you have to make to being 75. But I love my ability to reflect on life, my ability to see beauty in life, and my ability to, for lack of a better word, philosophize about life the way I am now than when I was younger. Nothing really bothers me now. It doesn't. I just see life as, an exciting thing to undergo and to be a part of and to witness. No. Will there be a resumption time of story time with Maggie and Bill on Facebook this fall? Some sort, yes. I had problems with Facebook Live, so I might make it YouTube Live. But I'm going to do something along that line. If it's not reading, it may start out reading, then morph just into a weekly discussion about simple living. But I'm going to do something. Probably not until I get back from Iowa. That's my guess. What advice would I give someone considering doing what I've done? Not everyone is emotionally ready to take a plunge as quickly as Bev and I did. I would say if you're trying to simplify your life, do it in stages, especially if you're young enough where you have the time to do that. You know, simplify your life by each year add to the simplification or subtract from the complication. Don't just, I don't think many people are wired properly to just sell their house, buy a bus, and hit the road and do that all in 2 weeks. Okay. So ease into it. You know, guys, this is a matter of need, not want. Okay. And that's the hardest part. And I think that goes into the next question. Is simple living hard to grow accustomed to? The hardest part of simple living and adopting this lifestyle, or minimalism or intentionalism or whatever ism you want to call it, the hardest part is to deprogram ourselves. We are programmed to spend money, to purchase, to have new things. I don't know whether it's retail therapy or we feel, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Does everybody still buy into the American dream? I find that amazing. But we have to deprogram ourselves to live a simple life. To quit thinking that we need things. We don't need things. Well, but I want them. Yeah, but wanting them 9 times out of 10 leads to you buying them on credit, and then you're screwed. So is it hard? I think it's hard for a lot of people to take that plunge, whether it's a very gentle dip your toes in it gradually or just to dive full in. It's hard because you're breaking a lifetime of lessons. Economic lessons and emotional lessons and psychological lessons where we need. Want. Have to have. I won't be successful unless I have this. People will think I'm less than if I don't have this. That's hard to break. That's brainwashing, guys, at the highest level. You know, that's I've mentioned before. I'm going to get the figure wrong, but hear the message. We are bombarded with something like 6,000 advertisements per day. You know, certainly online. But then if you turn the television on, turn the radio on, see the billboards as you're driving around, 6,000 per day. We don't even know that we're getting hit with them. And the sole point to all of those is to get us to buy, to get us to purchase something. And now that money is tight, purchasing is a problem. And meeting that need to purchase is a problem. Henry Ford, you don't hear much about this, but Henry Ford, a long time ago, or during the Great Depression, I believe, said if a man can't make it in America, and he said this, I believe, during the Great Depression, if a man can't make it in America, it's because of a lack of character. He's not working hard enough. If the American dream is possible for anybody who pulls up their bootstraps and works their ass off. That's not true. And please, I hope you don't believe it is true. That is not true. This economy is rigged against us. And we have to find ways to break the spiral. So, simple living. It's my sermon. Okay. Simple living. Do I plan on doing this forever? Yeah. Yeah, I do. I'm going to live in the trailer. Or I was talking to Bev today. If a good tiny home came up, like an 18-foot tiny home, I would probably buy that. I'd sell the trailer and buy the tiny home, just because I like them. But yeah, I will live in some sort of minimal living hacienda until I die. That's my plan. I'm not going to get buried in a mortgage payment or a rent payment. I'm not going to do it ever again. I don't need luxurious surroundings. I live on a farm. I love farms. Love them. Yeah. If I want to go travel, I'll sleep among the evergreens. Love it. seeing different things, meeting new people, experiencing wonders. Love it. All without stress, all without worry. I can't believe that more people don't find that to be so enticing that they just walk out of their home today. It just blows me away that more people don't do it. I think very slowly they are. Change takes time. Massive structural and emotional change takes time, but we're seeing it. We're seeing it happen slowly. All right, that's all I got for the first question and answer. I don't want to keep you too long and bore you. I appreciate you watching. Keep watching. I don't know what I'm going to say. This isn't scripted. I'll have some trips to take you on later on this summer and fall. In the meantime, I'm going to talk to you about life, talk to you about simple living, talk to you about living without stress. All right, guys, it's been a blast. From Olympia, Maggie and I signing off.